I don't always talk about every false flag, but I wanted to talk about this one because I thought it was quite...
This is a gun grab.
Well, not only is the World Janus Conference on, guess what is also on this week in Texas, the same state?
The gun show.
The Janus Gun Show, the NRA, National Janus Gun Association, right? So that happens once a year. So
AGM, isn't it?
the AGM, yeah, National Annual General Meeting
And
rally.
trust me, I've been to Texas. Yeah, Texas is very, very protective of their gun rights.
This event's already getting called Sandy Hook 2. Apparently, 19 people shot, 15 kids killed, or something like that.
Horrific.
It sounds terrible, but
sounds terrible, doesn't
sounds
it?
terrible. I'm going to put it out there. I have no idea whether it even happened or not, but I do know that this is true. I saw this post and I immediately went on the online calculators to find out that this is absolutely true. On the right is a picture of this Ramos guy, the shooter. Right now, he was born in 2004. Now, the dates are the start of the World Economic Forum and Klaus Schwab's birthday. So in between his birthday and the start of the World Economic Forum is 33 years, 3 months and 3 weeks. In between Klaus Schwab's birthday and this guy's birthday is 66 years, 6 weeks and 6 days. So not only are those numbers there, obviously you've got the WEF logo with the 666 in it, but not only visually that, the letter O actually in full reduction is 6. So just the O's without those lines through is already 666. Okay, so that's, I mean, when I saw this, I know some people turn off with this numbers stuff, but when you get that, that's quite significant in my opinion.
Numerology is important to them.
Yeah, no, it's super
to a lot of
important.
things,
Super important. So then I thought, okay, I'll look at this one. Now, the story is that this kid is 18 years old. Apparently, he's a cross-dresser. He's on some very special psychoactive hypnotherapy from a very specific therapist, apparently. He lives with his grandmother, who's quite poor.
I can imagine he was prescribed Largactil as well.
You know exactly what he's been prescribed, all of them, and he's on a special type of hypnotherapy, okay? He crashed a $70,000 pickup truck outside a school holding 2 brand new military tech assault rifles with scopes on, optics worth about $5,000. Full body armor, I've seen pictures of the guns, they're brand new. Military grade assault rifles. They're worth a lot of money.
AR-15s.
That's the point. Obviously, they're AR-15s.
RAR-15s.
RAR-15, that's the name of the one they want to get rid of, apparently. Although the gun sales keep going up.
Are they from Walmart?
Allegedly.
Aisle 3.
I think
Aisle 33.
I think the issue is not how easily he could have got them, it's how he could have possibly afforded them. The granddad insists that he had no idea this teen had guns. So this is a big thing. And the official story is that he crashed the car, had a firefight with law enforcement outside the school, and then still managed to get inside the school.
Wow.
And kill 19 or shoot 19 people.
He's a good shot, man.
Well, you'd think that's some kind of sort of like commando.
Maybe the Texas police force needs to up their game a little bit for an 18-year-olds having them.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they have rifles or shotguns.
Maybe he's played a lot of video games.
So that was one thing that was like a bit iffy. And now here's the other thing. 2 different photos of the guy have been released by the mainstream media. Now
It's like his face is swollen on the left, but his features are swollen on the right.
Well, I would actually say he looks like 2 different races. In the left, he looks Caucasian. On the right, he looks Latino.
No, he could be Latino on the left.
Well, he could be, but it looks like the eyes are different. It looks like the nose is different.
The features are different. That's what I mean. They look like.
But look at the hair.
Swellings.
The hair is absolutely identical.
This could be one of those AI bots. The images that the AI is bringing out.
Funny you should say that. Look on the left what it says. The 2 faces of Salvador Ramos. Media first released the white version of the shooter, then tweaked the CGI to the final copy. Different eyes, wider nostrils, thicker bottom lip. This person does not exist.com. Who brought that up? Do you remember?
Human Vibration,
who we featured on the show. We were the first podcast she ever came on. She's been on loads now. Yeah. She brought this to people's attention, that people can actually be digitally created. To me, if that was happening here, it looks like they've put a Caucasian or European filter on the left and a Latino filter on the right on the same phenotype.
But there's thousands. You see them on Facebook. You see them everywhere now.
But look at the hair.
Literally, even the hairs are in the same place.
The hairs are in exactly the same place.
Ramos the Janus.
Exactly. Oh my! Holy shit! Yeah, Two-Face. Okay.
Ramos. You can imagine what Godfash has got to say about this. With the name like Ramos.
Big up Wim.
Yeah, big up Wim. Hope he's watching.
Master Wim.
There's also some other weird shit going on with this. Apparently, the teacher got killed in the class, but she looks exactly the same as someone that died in Sandy Hook. Which this is getting called the new Sandy Hook, and we know that Sandy Hook.
It does look very similar.
False flag as well.
Very, very similar. I'd say it's the same person.
Me too.
This could be the handler, the event coordinator,
like an administrator on the scene of the.
The event coordinator.
Yeah. So.
The expediter.
Yeah, the two faces of Salvador Ramos.
So we're not saying nothing happened.
We have no idea.
But yeah.
But I've also seen a report from the morning that one person was shot and all the kids were evacuated.
Right.
And that story was released, but who knows what happened? We wouldn't know. I thought this is quite funny on the right. Tim Paul says, I'm going to buy more guns today after this event.
I'd be really interested to hear from someone who lives near or in that area.
Apparently in Texas, they have the highest level of security in schools. They have armed guards, metal detectors, locked gates, everything.
How did this dude get in?
After a firefight with police outside.
Yeah, I thought that would automatically triggered the magnetic locking system.
When he crashed his $70,000 pickup truck.
With $10,000 worth of AR-15, RAR-15s.
Exactly the gun which they're trying to ban, but every time this happened, gun sales massively go up.
Well, like your man, Tim Paul here.
I'm going to buy more guns today, and then some guy goes, I'm Australian, and I'd just like to ask, why do you need guns? And then someone else goes, and no offence to Australians, so we don't get locked up in camps for having a virus with a 99.9 survival rate. Oh, burnt, comrade. True, though. You can easily say that about English people as well. We don't have guns to defend ourselves either, so we're not calling out Aussies. We're in the same boat there, unfortunately. So, yeah, I thought this... What do you think of this, Inner Guardians? What are you saying?
To be honest, I've not looked into it other than what you've just presented, so it's difficult to say. But it seems the standard MO, this type of thing. It could have a few different purposes. It could be a distraction. I guess the obvious is the anti-gun lobby, but it seems to increase the gun sales.
Yeah, that's the thing. The obvious conclusion is the anti-gun. That they're trying to get rid of the guns out of the hands of
what they're going to do, they're going to do so many of these that they're just going to do it, whether the public want it or not. They're just going to do it.
But if you worship Janus, you would want to be taking the guns away, but also making the gun sales increase at the same time because you own the weapons manufacturers.
And overriding all of that, though,
that's the two-faced thing about it.
This instills fear.
It's another contradiction.
That's the reason why people are buying the guns, because they're scared. Right? But this instills fear. This is much deeper than just sales, man.
I think you got to look at the energy harvesting factor as well.
Yeah,
that's what I generally look at.
And also a point that you've brought up in the Guardians is the scarier and more traumatic and more difficult it is to exist in the physical world, then the more people are going to get pushed into the synthetic universe, aka the metaverse.
Yeah, especially the youngsters, because obviously this took place in a school, so it's probably targeted towards the younger members of society.
Yeah, I've heard that some of the secondary schools are already setting up like meta labs and these things inside their own metaverse within the school. So the school's got its own creation within the metaverse. So soon we're going to have the complete map. You're going to have reality mapped out by the individuals, you know what I mean? And everyone's going to be safer and more happier in this environment. That's what they're going to be selling people anyway. But really, they're taking you backwards.
I saw a very good point that someone brought up about this event, and they said, if you think about it logically, if we're to think that these mass, especially school shootings in the USA, are actually totally organic and people are actually ready to just go out with an assault rifle and kill 20 people, then surely you would see many more mass shootings where they're taking out the police, bosses, politicians,
Yeah.
people that are disgruntled with the tax office, the fucking DVLA, the IRS,
well, the people
whatever.
doing that are more highly trained than the lads.
Why
doing
aren't
this.
people doing mass shootings going into the tax office or the council?
establishment?
Yeah. So think about it. You would actually see loads of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
The other thing as well is why isn't anybody questioning the fact that they have the same?
It's
Like
exactly
the same people, the same
lone
yeah.
weirdo. Exactly. They even look the same a lot of the time. It's always the same archetype.
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
the same thing over and over
And
again.
also they're on the same chemical drugs that they're given by the nurse or by the psychiatrist, wherever they've been. You know, there's either a format to follow to find the fake, or there's a format to follow to find the fault.
Well, not only this guy was clearly on SRIs or SSRIs, but they're saying that he had a therapist who specializes in hypnosis. And this Project Deep Dream, that some leaked document about basically, doing what to create Mancunian candidates, MK Ultra in people through maybe light hypnosis. That Hugo Talks video about that dream machine. That's exactly that. I believe it's the same technology and the same sort of therapy.
Project Deep Dream.
Yeah.
What's that?
So, well, apparently it's a program to use that kind of technology to create sleeper agents.
The Janus agent.
Yeah, so
I imagine you're in the metaverse, you're fully submersed in it, and that's what they're for. So they can enter into your mindscape. One step ahead of us every time, that's what they think anyway.
Don't go in the metaverse, kids, not even once.
Jimmy Savile's in there. He's waiting with Rolf Harris.